Hi, my name is Dejanay,
My name is Aalayna.
and we are going to be talking about the difference between community college, military, trade school, or going to a regular 4 year. So,
All right. So, we're going to start with community college.
okay.
I went to community college while I was in high school.
Okay.
My experience with community college is slightly different from what everybody else would probably experience just
Right.
because of the fact that I went during peak COVID time.
Okay.
So, everything was online and I barely stepped foot on campus. But honestly, I probably would have kept going to community college had I been able to continue my major.
Right.
Because I feel like the main con on for me about community college was that my major wasn't offered everywhere, or if I went to a community college, I would still have to travel a bit, because I know that a community college around here offers graphic design.
Right.
But the community college that I had went to before didn't.
Yeah.
So it was more of there's not as many programs.
Okay.
But it does cost less. You save some money, and a lot of people aren't in too much debt.
Right. Do y'all hear that? So basically, if you spend your first 2 years of your college experience at CPCC or community college of that sort, you do save money. And a lot of people, it really depends on the person on what you desire, I guess, because some people, they're fine with not saving that money, but others, it would have been helpful if they knew that, hey, there's this option that I can save a bunch of money if I just spent my first 2 years and then finish the remaining 2 years at an actual university. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the next option is a trade school. So a trade school is also known as a vocational school, and this is a school specifically meant for people who want to go into a specific subject. So basically electricians, plumbers, things like that. You don't really need those 60 gen eds that you get at a regular university. You really don't need to do that if you want to become somebody in those certain careers. But yeah, that's another thing that you can do.
Yeah, it's honestly, when it comes to choosing whether or not to go to a trade school,
Right.
It depends on how well you're able to work, because
Exactly.
trade school, you're put into pretty much the workshop as compared to a classroom.
Right.
And you're not being lectured. You're being taught how to do things. You're actively being taught how to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, it only takes about 2 years to get what you need to get in order to pursue a career in whatever you're pursuing. It's less debt.
Hello. Who doesn't like that?
There's a higher degree of job security. Okay. Because it's you're never going to run out of these jobs. They're everywhere.
Right.
You could travel across the country and still be able to get the job that you want, because they're going to need it over there too. They're going to need it over here. So you're going to be given that opportunity to just be able to work where you want, wherever you
Right.
want.
Now for the next one, I was actually looking into this a couple of years ago, but Aalayna has personal experience in this subject. So military, can you tell us a little bit about that, the pros and cons?
Okay, so I did not serve at all.
At all.
I didn't serve at all, but I was raised around the military. I was raised by a Marine, so that option after high school was always given to me because I was surrounded by it
Right.
my whole life. And I did consider it coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of good, like, benefits to being in the military, such as less debt. They'll pay for college.
All of it, literally.
Like, you can go into the military and then turn around and go to college at the same time, and they'll pay for it completely. No debt. They'll pay for your tuition. You also, like, a lot of people find their purpose in the military, and you get a lot of benefits like free room, board, and uniform when you're living in the barracks, so you don't have to pay for that.
Right.
In this economy, it helps.
Yeah. So what's like a con of going to school through the military? What do you think?
Honestly,
less freedom?
The major con about, like, the military is just, like, risk of injury and death.
So you might die, but no, I'm kidding. Your debt will be paid off. Yeah.
You're at higher risk of, how do I say this? If it comes down to it, whether it's death or injury, you're more likely to be injured, but
I know my
not
mom
a definite thing.
proposed the idea of going to the Air Force because in her mind she thought the Air Force was the safest out of all the branches, and she was like, "Go to the Air Force. You're not gonna go to war." And I was like, "Okay, got you."
Yeah, my mom told me to go into the Air Force because she was like, "You're smart enough to do it.
Right.
Like, you'll be able to do it."
Do you want to talk about university 4-year?
What about your experience?
Oh, yes.
You're in high school and you're attending a 4-year. How is that?
So basically, I'm an early college student. So I am born and raised in Charlotte, and my home high school was East Mecklenburg High School. So I did East Mac at the peak of the pandemic, 2020, 9th grade. That's crazy because you were literally like graduating. Or you were done with high school in the pandemic?
No, I was like sophomore.
You were a sophomore? Okay. So I was like in the middle of 8th grade, transitioning to 9th grade in 2020. And I decided to do my freshman year at a regular high school, and then I decided to make the switch to a dual enrollment program. And the program that I'm in is called Charlotte Teacher Early College. So I want to become an elementary teacher. And yeah, but not 10% low battery. Oh, it's still going. We'll just chop it up. But anyways, I decided to go to early college, and it is a program where you can pursue high school and college at the same time, and you basically can graduate with about 100 credit hours if you do it really well by the end of high school. And so you'll only have like a few semesters left, or like a semester left after high school for your bachelor's. So yeah, that's my journey.
Oh, well, that's similar to what I was doing.
Right.
It was literally dual enrollment. But the only difference was that in my city we didn't have like a major college.
Right.
We only had the community college.
Yeah.
And I think the highest that we could graduate, at the same time that we graduated high school, we could graduate with an associate's.
Yeah.
And that was the highest we could go, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then we were pushed to go to a 4-year.
And then another
afterwards.
like thing about those types of programs is that it's not open to everybody. Like just a couple people get accepted in. So it's either like by luck or by like lottery. I don't know if did you guys have lottery?
For the early college we had the lottery.
Yeah.
But for like dual enrollment,
You guys could like do that online and stuff.
Well, for us they like came to the school.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
And honestly, I would actually say that it was probably limited to the people who took like AP courses,
Right.
and the honors courses. It was limited to those people.
Right.
And so they would honestly, they would just like call us and be like, hey,
Hey.
we have this opportunity. Like, is this something you want to do? Though
Yeah.
they discuss all the benefits of it and things like that, because a major benefit is I didn't have to pay for to go to the community college.
Oh, yeah, it's free.
Yeah, I only had to pay for my books.
Oh, awesome.
That's it. So it was pretty much, I was able to attend classes for free.
Basically.
It saved me a little money because right now I'm on the route to graduating early.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm not spending so much money just being here taking the basic classes. I'm able to like skip through those and take
Right.
the the major classes.
Yeah, for your major, exactly. So yeah, we are Fem Forward Finance again. Well, I don't think I stated it at the beginning, but yes, we are Fem Forward Finance, and we are a group of young women that are passionate about educating other young women in college or students who are transitioning from high school to college about the world of college and finances and how to save money and basically all that. So, thank you for listening. Yay!
Thank you for joining us.